we're going to go ahead and do the whiteboard check, except we're going to do it a little differently. So one of the two pieces of paper that you should have received should have all three questions written on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to have, I am going to have you answer each of them. However, in order to receive credit, the questions do need to be put into play posit. So let's go ahead and I'm going to have you go ahead and answer question 1. Which equation has a y-intercept of 4? Well, we need to know that, we need to remember that the y-intercept lands on the y-axis. And we've been talking about this equation y equals x plus b. All right, so if we know we're talking about the y-intercept, we go back to this, okay, y equals x plus b. So we know we can automatically eliminate answer choice C, because if we take a look here, that's the multiplication, that's proportional. And it says y plus 4. Y'all, we ain't done anything with y plus 4. So because this just says 4, it doesn't say plus or minus, we know that that's going to be a positive, so you should have been left with answer choice B. Go ahead and answer question 2. Select the line that represents y equals x minus 1. So we take a look at our formula here, y equals x minus 1. We want to take a look at our y-intercept here, which is minus 1. We know that if when we start at the origin, that y-intercept, whether it's positive or negative, tells us which direction to move, whether we go up or we go down. If it's positive, we said we go up from the origin, and we said if it's negative, you go down from the origin. So if I take a look at answer choice A, I start at the origin, I have to go down 1. That point does not land on my line, it does not A. I start at the origin in B, I go down, that point does land on the line, so I'm going to question mark that. Then if I take a look at C, start at the origin, move down, that does not land on my line, so we were in fact left with answer choice B. All right, question 3. Which line has a y-intercept of 1 and passes through 3, 4? All right, so the first thing I want to do is, we could do a couple different things here. We could either look at the y-intercept of 1, or we could look at the coordinate point of 3, 4. I'm going to start at the y-intercept of 1, and because this is a positive 1, it doesn't say negative, I know I need to start at the origin and go up. So I notice in A, when I start at the origin and go up, it does not land on my line. Now what I do want to point out here is that, guys, if it's the y-intercept, it has to land on the y-axis. This does in fact go over to positive 1, but that's on the x-axis. So that's technically our x-intercept. We ain't talking about x-intercept here. All right, in B, start at the origin. I go up 1. That point does in fact land on the line. In C, I start at the origin. I go up. That does in fact land on the line. So I'm left between answer choice B and C. So now I need to go ahead and graph this coordinate point. And last week we talked a lot about we need to remember the difference between rise over run, doing the y first and then the x, versus the graphing of the points, doing the x first, then the y. But because this is a coordinate point, we have to start on our x-axis. So I'm going to start at the origin, and this is a positive 3. So I go to the right 3, not a very good arrow, that's okay. So I go 1, 2, 3, and then that 4, because it's positive, it states that I need to go up 4, because it's my y value. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that point, in fact, does land on the line, so I should be left with B. But let's just quickly take a look at C. So I start at the origin and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That point does not land on the line. So I was, in fact, left with answer choice B.